What's going on, everybody? Welcome to episode 462 of FloWrestling Radio Live. Bray is back.
Back.
Ben is always, as always, is with us in Wisconsin. What's going on, Ben?
Well, you know what I was just thinking about? I do want to get into UWW stuff, but I was thinking, Kyle, you have not given us an alien hour since I've been a part of the show, and I'm starting to feel a little bit left out.
Okay. Yeah, you're right. And people have been asking, too. I don't have one ready to go for today, but I'll tell you what,
Okay.
I'll have a fire one for you next week. I feel like we, when you came on, we were like in the middle of like such a heavy spell of stuff happening, and we hadn't done a show in like 2 weeks, so I felt like we were digging out. We're behind. But now that next week there's no D1 action, so we'll have plenty of time.
So,
I'll break the going
maybe
out.
in 2 weeks. After this weekend, we got some rivalry matches. Then after that, before Big Tens, we could do a whole Kyle Bradkey alien hour show, the entire thing.
Yeah. I'm feeling it. I was watching some stuff this weekend too. Cliff Fretwell got me on this show on the Discovery Channel, and they did a whole show on Mothman, and they went back to like Point Pleasant, West Virginia,
gosh.
and then I was catching up on some Finding Bigfoot too.
Did they
man.
interview Mothman?
They couldn't find him.
What?
Yeah.
Oh man. Hey, can we go back to that UWW thing? Because that happened literally while we were live on the show yesterday, and I didn't really have time to process it. And I'm even more annoyed than I was yesterday about it.
Okay, go off.
Well, okay, so I always hate the UWW freestyle brackets. It inordinately rewards. Someone gets lucky and ends up on the top half, gets a kind of easy draw, and they place significantly higher than they should, right? Well, now with Olympic brackets, there's only 16 spots. So the spots are not easy to come by. And now what you're doing is you're taking someone out of the bracket. You're putting someone like Kosovo. I can't imagine that guy's actually too good at wrestling or would actually be one of the top 16 guys. So now you're essentially taking a spot from someone who should be qualified for that spot. Does that make sense?
Yeah. What should they have done, I guess?
Well, I mean, without thinking too hard about it, first of all, make brackets that actually make sense. Like we could start there, and I've said that for 10 years. I mean, the whole point of their bracket is to get someone in there by chance of luck who probably doesn't deserve the medal. Like that is literally the point of the bracket, which should be the antithesis of what a bracket means. A bracket should reward the best competitors. So that would be your obvious start. I think the other thing is you could just put that spot back in the wild card pool and wrestle to a real third place at the qualifying event in April.
I like that idea a lot. I mean, you look at the countries that got popped, and it's already non-traditional wrestling countries. France, Poland, right? Kosovo.
No, Kosovo got in.
Or Kosovo got in. Wait, who came out?
Uzbekistan got popped.
Syria.
Syria. France.
That's a
Uzbekistan,
Russian, though.
Syria.
That's a Russian, though.
Yeah.
It's a Russian, yeah. But in terms of the country itself, it's a non-traditional wrestling power. So if those are the ones coming out, then like the brackets probably fell away for the even less traditional wrestling power again. So I agree. It'd be great to put it back into the qualifying pool.
And the last qualifier is seeded, right? In some way, shape, or form.
I don't know that.
Isn't it?
Yeah, I'm not sure either.
I thought I read that somewhere, which would obviously that would make a whole lot of sense for the last one to be seeded, so we don't get some crappy competitors.
I know the continental qualifiers are seeded.
Yeah, they are, which helps us immensely. I mean, we should. Am I speaking on Turner? We should pretty much have all 12 men's and women's freestyle weights qualified after next week.
I don't think you're speaking out of turn. I think that's a very real possibility. How
about? Go ahead.
It feels like almost too good to be true, though. It feels like something will happen, and we won't get one, and we'll have to go the hard route for it.
Well, what about Greco? I saw someone asking that. I have no idea. That's a true answer.
Yeah, to be truthfully, I don't have the best idea either, but I would not feel confident about it.
You would think that at heavyweight, Pan Am already has two heavyweights qualified. So Kuhn has, I think, a pretty good shot to qualify heavyweight.
Oh yeah, because they don't get if they're already qualified, they don't get to wrestle.
Right.
Oh, that's nice.
You would think
Yeah.
Kamal Bey would have a decent shot, but he's had a hard time with a couple guys at Pan Am's. I don't know. Yeah, it's gonna be tough.
Dang.
Yeah,
Okay.
someone I think asked the other day, what's more likely, 0 or 3? And I don't know.
They didn't even put 6 in there as an option.
No, I don't think so. I really think they said 0 or 3.
Yeah, I remember that was the question I was referring to. Yeah, you're right.
Given our performance, I would probably lean closer to 0. I mean, it's just the way it is right now. I don't know how to beat around the bush about it.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay, well, let's start with the duel tonight, or unless you want to go somewhere else, Ben.
Well, I thought I was to see if you guys are going to bash me for another crazy take I had on Twitter yesterday.
Yeah.
I said, I think Iowa could shut out Oklahoma State. Is that crazy? I don't think it is.
No, it's not.
They're favored. I mean, by the rankings, they're favored in 10 out of 10 matches.
Are they even favored at 49?
Yeah. Lugo's
Really? Oh, I thought.
Lugo's second, and Bulu Allen's sixth.
Oh, how did Boo go that low? Did he lose to someone?
He lost to Mahler.
The loss to Mahler.
Oh, got it.
Yeah,
Okay.
but I mean, if he wins this match, he has an argument to be ranked number 1. That's just kind of the way 149 is right now.
Yeah.
Because he only has that one loss on the year.
He's only
So-
got one loss. That's not so bad.
No, not at all.
I guess he hasn't beaten anybody though. Oh God.
That's the thing is all these other guys have better wins, including guys over guys
Yep.
in the top 5.
We were asking yesterday in the office, like, when's the last time Oklahoma State got shut out? And we couldn't find a time when they have been.
One
JD
time, Missouri partied on them. It was after I graduated. Actually, I remember it was the night of my very first fight. So I think February 10, 2009.
Okay.
I believe.
Okay.
I think they won 9 Missouri won 9 matches, I believe.
Jeez.
Really? So
Yeah.
JD Rader went through their entire archive and of match results, and he looked for a match where Oklahoma State scored 0 points, couldn't find one. So if this happens, like, it's completely unprecedented, but it does seem like it's possible.
Yeah.
Dang.
I guess so. What matches do you think they have?
Okay, I lied. I embellished. We only won 8.
Okay.
I embellished. I apologize for lying.
What matches do you think they have the best shot at winning?
49 and I don't know. What other one? 20, 25? What do you want to say here?
There was a time this season where I would have said 97, but Dakota Gear has not looked right.
Right.
He's not looking very good at all.
I would also throw 84 in there. Montalvo has a win over Bonacorsi this year, and at times,
you're
at
right.
times he's looked really good. And I don't know. Last time we saw Avasad, he lost back-to-back matches. Now, of course, they were the good guys in Brooks and Caffey, but I don't know. I feel like Montalvo can win that, and maybe a little bit of a wild card at 157. Wyatt Sheets has been, although he had that weird loss to Keaton Gertz or UNI, he's been much better this year. And then you just saw Caleb Young get pushed overtime by Ryan Thomas, who I believe
I feel like
Wyatt
Caleb Young
Sheets
gets
is better
pushed all the time, though. I mean, that's like one guy on Iowa's lineup where I'm like, dude. I mean, okay, he's been overtime with Ryan Thomas, number 24. The Peyton Robb match was really close. The Kendall Coleman, both Kendall Coleman matches were really close. He went to overtime with Marcus Hartman. Quincy Monday, obviously, he lost to, and David Carr, he lost to. Yeah, I feel like he has so many close matches.
Yeah, no, he definitely has this year. So yeah,
he
I
has.
think, go ahead.
Sorry, he hasn't wrestled any of the top guys either. Caleb Young has not.
Yeah, I think Coleman's the highest ranked guy he's wrestled.
Wow.
Oh, he's hit Carr.
Yeah.
Carr, yeah. Well, Carr WrestleStat has Carr at 6, but I know he's probably at 3 or 4 in most rankings, right?
3, yeah.
Yeah.
So why don't we just go line by line here? Because even though Iowa is favored in every single match, 19 of the 20 wrestlers are ranked.
Wow.
Yes.
So let's start at 25. We all know what happened in the duel last year. And then, of course, Spencer got his revenge in the NCAA semifinals. We talked a little bit about it yesterday, but do you see Pitch having anything for Spencer?
I got to imagine the answer is no. But there's a little part of me that says maybe he will surprise him and evade him for a while and make it tough, because we saw that with Jack Medley a few weeks back. So it's not like it's impossible. It can be done. But no.
Yeah, when they wrestled in Carver a few years ago, it was typical Spencer first period, like up 6-0, maybe even 8, and then the final was like 10-5, and Pitch scored his couple takedowns in the third period. But I could see it just being over before Pitch can even get going or get Spencer to the later part of the matches where he could have success.
Has Pitch ever been tech-falled or anything?
Not that he's been pinned. Spencer pinned him at NCAA's Spencer's freshman year.
Yeah.
He got pinned by Glory too in the wrestlebacks last year, NCAA. Or no, he pinned Glory. Sorry.
Yeah, he pinned Glory.
These guys have had really similar seasons, Pitch and Spencer. Obviously, Pitch has the loss to Pat Glory, but otherwise, I mean, they both haven't had a lot of high-level matches. It looks like Pitch's best win is Paetzel, and yesterday we talked about Spencer's best win is Schroeder. Pitch has 75% bonus rate. Obviously, Spencer's bonus rate is through the roof. But they just, like, the way their seasons have played out, they just haven't seen those high-level guys. And so I think Spencer's going to win this match, but I think we'll learn a lot about kind of where both guys are headed into the postseason. These are, like, two of the handful of guys that I think, you would pencil in as, like, definitely going to be on the stand.
Oh, yeah.
But I don't know, how good does Pitch look? I feel like I don't know because I haven't seen him against somebody as good as Spencer this year, and kind of same for Spencer. He just, I don't know, they just haven't hit those kinds of guys this year.
Yeah.
Also,
yeah. So I wrestle stated Kyle. Lezak Techfall Pitch 16-0. At must be the 5th place match NCAAs.
That was blood round that year.
Oh, it was blood round. Okay.
Yeah, I was literally just getting ready to say that. And then I think his freshman year, Gilman majored him in the duel, but obviously 12-4 major.
Yeah. Okay, I'll go Spencer by major.
I totally agree. I could see a tech though. I could see him just get rolling on top and not even give Pitch a chance. But I'll say a major, and that Pitch gets it to the third period and maybe sneaks a takedown to keep it out of the tech fall range.
I think it's a decision for Spencer. I think Pitch keeps it under 8.
Okay.
Ooh.
All right, at 33, Reese Whitcraft, true freshman, but having a really nice year. Went over Montoya Bridges a couple weeks ago, and then, of course, the Whirling Dervish, Austin DeSanto. You got to imagine Whitcraft is really, really good upper body, and with throws, that he's going to try to throw DeSanto. Now, it didn't work out too well for Boo Dryden last week, who tried to do the exact same thing. But
did not work out so well.
He also just literally walked straight into DeSanto straight up, and DeSanto just grabbed his legs. So maybe Reese is a little more crafty with it. Also, Ben, did you watch the video I put in of Tom Brands talking about DeSanto?
Yeah, that was Tom Brands wasn't playing around.
I liked it.
Serious on DeSanto.
If you haven't seen it, Coach Brands kind of goes on a little mini rant about DeSanto and how, like, what he's saying to him. Because at the end of the match, Dryden kind of, like, swatted at DeSanto. And DeSanto really didn't do anything. He kind of stood over top of him and walked towards him. But I thought it was pretty harmless, especially since Dryden started it. But like Coach Brands was saying, one little thing that the ref perceived, and these guys are going to try to do that to him because they know it's going to get a reaction, and they know
absolutely.
They know that he's could potentially just do something really stupid, and he gets this flagrant misconduct. Next thing you know, he doesn't wrestle at Big Tens, or he gets it at Big Tens and doesn't wrestle at Nationals, and he's like, "We need Austin DeSanto," and he's like, what I thought was awesome is Coach Brandt said, people tell me not to say this to you guys. And he's like, but it doesn't matter because I'm telling Austin that, and Austin knows what we're talking about, and he's got thick skin, and he can handle it. I thought it was just really cool honesty from a coach that you don't see a ton.
Yeah, I love it because I hate that coach speak where they try to say everything perfect and by the book, and he just put it out there. I mean, it's kind of obvious. Austin gets out of line. Coach Brands has to put him in line. We know Coach Brands is trying to put him in line, so I thought it was pretty obvious. I thought it was great that he was just willing to go out there and say it and not kind of beat around the bush to us.
Yep, amen. As far as the match
how many
goes,
times? Wait. Let me ask you this, Bracky.
Yeah,
he's got out of pocket a handful of times in matches. How many days per week do you think he gets out of pocket where Tom or Terry has to like threaten to go strangle him?
In the room?
In the room on a weekly basis. How many times per week?
I'll say 2.
2.
I feel like he's good with his teammates. You know what I mean? Like those are his boys.
I don't know. I feel like DeSanto, just if you think about his personality type, those are his boys. There's no doubt. But I feel like he gets one of my dumb wrestlers called it. He gets shark eyes. He gets his shark eyes on, and he just sees blood, and he just gets everything. Just gets him mad. And, maybe an hour after practice, he'd be like, "Okay, we're good. I love you." But he gets them shark eyes on, and all of a sudden he does something crazy.
Yeah, maybe. I would love to watch in the room some of those scraps.
Didn't you ever have anyone on your team that couldn't control themselves? Because I could think of a few guys from my old Missouri team, and generally speaking, they were little guys. Them little guys, they can't control themselves.
They got a little streak to them.
Yeah, you get close to the weight cut, and your teammates know how to push your buttons like worse than anybody else.
Yup.
So yeah, I bet you they get him rolling every once in a
Are
while.
those guys crazy enough to push his buttons though?
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point.
I wouldn't be. Forget that. All right, back to the match. I don't see. I know Woodcraft's going to try to go over body, but DeSanto knows it's coming. And I don't see him having an answer. I actually kind of think this is going to be a tech. I just think he scores a million.
I was gonna say tech. Also, I think you're 100% right.
Yeah, I just think he scores a million takedowns.
Yeah, I agree. The way Whitcraft had that upset win over Montori Bridges a couple weeks ago, and the way he won that match was pulled Bridges into short offense a bunch of times, slowed the match down, and then got a takedown in overtime on really his only committed attack in the entire match. And that's just not a game plan that you can execute on Austin DeSanto. He just forces way too much action. So I don't think he has any real path to victory here, and I think it's a tech. Yeah.
All on the tech train there. At 141, Max Murin was back last week as well. He'll have Dusty Hone, who's been super solid all year.
Is Gefeller? What's the story of Gefeller? He's MIA.
I don't know. I think they went with
knows.
Hone. I think he
Hone's
was
just better than nothing else.
Yeah.
Wow,
okay.
okay.
The only matches G's wrestled this year were at Scuffle. I don't know. I don't know what's going on there. I don't know if Hone just beat him in ranking matches because their results were pretty much the same. They both lost to Real Woods at Scuffle, and they both beat an All-American. G beat Shoop. Hone beat Tariq Wilson. So I don't know. I don't know if the weight was an issue.
You guys should have sent your correspondent on the ground to ask some tough questions.
We should have.
I think Coach Smith talked about that at one point after the Scuffle when Dusty Hone was in the lineup and somebody asked about G, and he kind of said something to the effect of like, Hone's our guy. I mean, he's our guy right now. And so I don't know if there's some subtext there, like that, there are reasons beyond just Hone's wrestling better, or if Hone's wrestling better because of some like external factors. I don't know, but but John Smith is like, this is what we're doing. It didn't sound like there was much of a door left open for G to be back this season either.
Dang.
So Murin, I would take Murin by decision. Hone's pretty tough to score on. Dom Demas wrestled him twice and couldn't major him. I think both matches were actually 1 point matches.
Dom Demas this year, Kyle? He kind of fell off.
I don't know. I think
Is
maybe
this
guys.
one of those where people scouted him? I mean, we
Yeah.
talked about that, right?
Yeah, that's exactly what I would say. Is you have a better feel of what he's gonna do, and you're more prepared for it now.
Because he's very unique and very specific. With so meaning he only uses a couple techniques, but they are very, very unique. So you're not going to see them a lot. So once you've gotten a couple feels and you get to watch them on tape, I mean, how many matches has he dropped this year?
Only
I guess
3, but it does.
But he's had sudden victory over Ian Parker, sudden tiebreaker over Michael Blockus, sudden victory over Matt Santos. So it's like people are sudden victory over Kyron Hagan. So people are taking him into overtime on a very regular basis. Guys who aren't that great.
Yep, exactly. Much closer matches, up and down the board. 6-4 with Dusty Hone the first time, 4-3 the second time. So for me, this is like a 1, maybe 2 takedown match with Murin winning.
Yep, I agree.
All right, 49, probably the best match of the duel. Boo Llewellyn, Pat Lugo. I think maybe I said on when we made our NCAA predictions, I think I might have said this was going to be my final.
NCAA finals?
Yeah, when we did those predictions with you on FRO,
yeah.
I think I said that this was going to be my final. And I picked Boo to win that, I think. So I'll take Boo here.
I'll go Lugo at home. He's been wrestling really well. I think it's going to be a 3-2, 4-3 real tight match. Hey, just a quick update in our Facebook comments. We have both 2 different theories. One of them is that Gefeller has great issues, and the other one's that he's having surgery. So, one of those 2 things is true.
Could be both.
or both.
Did they say what kind of surgery?
It does not say. It does not say what kind of surgery.
Bray,
What's the inside joke that I'm missing?
Someone in the office yesterday told Bray that he was up all night because he had surgery. And then Bray asked him what kind of surgery, and he said his answer was standard surgery.
He was like,
"What's that mean?"
I don't know. Just standard surgery.
You didn't ask him?
He was not volunteering that information. I think he got an organ snatched. I think that's what happened. I think someone.
By who? The alien?
I think he woke up in a bathtub full of ice and he had an organ snatched. I don't know. Either that or some medical provider convinced him that there's something called standard surgery that everybody has to have, and he's just like patting his.
When he said standard surgery, what did you look at him like?
Like
were you like,
what? Yeah.
What are you talking about?
But he like brought it up. There was a line for coffee. He was standing behind me, and he's like, man, I really need some coffee. I'm like, yeah, me too. He's like, and then I was like, okay, yeah, me too. And then he came back to it. He's like, man, I really need some coffee. I'm like, why? Why? Are you tired? Yeah, I didn't sleep at night. What? Oh, why? Because I had surgery. What surgery? Standard surgery. Okay, well.
What the world?
Yeah, so
I don't even know what to say to that.
maybe Caden G-Feller had standard surgery, and now he can't wrestle.
Wow.
Yeah, there's some stuff happens in this office. All right, Bray, who are you taking? Did you say?
I didn't say. Oh man, I think up until maybe last week I would have picked Llewellyn. But man, that win that Pat Lugo had over Brayton Lee was really solid. I think Pat Lugo is wrestling too good right now. I'm taking Lugo.
Okay. 57, we kind of talked about it a little bit, but Wyatt Sheets, Caleb Young. I want to look up the win Sheets has real
Caleb
quick.
Young and nail biter.
A nail biter?
Yeah, it's gonna be. I mean, it's a Caleb Young match. It's always close.
Does it go to Sudden Victory?
I'm not feeling overtime in this one. I'm feeling more like 4-3, 5-3, somewhere in there.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't feel like does Wyatt Sheets have any really good wins this year? Because I'm trying to.
So
think
I guess, well, Taylor Bramani started the year like top 10. But he's
fallen off.
Yeah,
hard.
he's fallen out of the rankings since. So maybe that's what I was saying. He beat Jock Hughes of Missouri.
Okay, solid win.
And then he has wins over Zavatoski of App State, who's ranked. Quincy Monday was 3-2. It's about the same
The rest
as
of them close.
Caleb Young there. Yeah. So I guess I'm just overvaluing those Romani wins a little bit.
Wait. Oh my God. Hold on. Did Brady Berge wrestle a match against Talib Romani this year? I'm sorry, against Josh Humphreys?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was his first match. And
How did I miss that?
that was the Lehigh duel. It was like December 6th or something.
I thought Brady Berge's match against Quinn Kinner was his first one.
No,
Jeez,
he wrestled that duel and he won. He did look decent, and then we didn't see
Okay.
him till that Kinner match.
All right, fair enough.
We can get back to him here in a second when we're done with this duel.
Just keep me on focus, right? I got my ADHD just jumping all over the place.
I got you. I'm gonna take sheets here.
Whoa.
Stone Cold Stunner.
Oh my goodness.
I don't know.
I think I'm literally gonna predict Iowa shutout.
Dang.
I might pick that too. I think Caleb Young wins. I think Caleb Young, Carver Hawkeye, maybe gets a first period takedown, and then that's kind of like most of the match. I think he'll win in a decision.
The thing that I just don't think is gonna be a shutout. And John Smith said this when we were in Stillwater last year, like the night before the duel with Iowa. He's like, something always happens in this duel that you don't expect or even like possibly think could happen. And then literally the first match pitch pin Spencer Lee.
That was so wild.
So I trust the GOAT. 65, Travis Whitlake, who been awesome this year.
Yeah, he's been wrestling really well.
Yeah, against Alex Marinelli. But Marinelli is just he's the bull, you know. I feel like 65's a two-man race at this point, and Marinelli's just on a different level.
Yeah, Marinelli doesn't have bad non-NCAA losses. I mean, they don't exist. So,
he's literally only lost one time in the regular season.
Yeah, to Vincenzo. That's it. So,
yep.
Whitlake's had a really good year. Almost. Damn, he's only got one loss. Better than I predicted him to have. I didn't see him being this good, and he's been awesome. His lone loss is to Shane Griffith.
Yeah, I totally agree because, not that freestyle results can be an indicator, but he didn't when he would wrestle freestyle tournaments, he didn't have the best results. And then last year in his redshirt year, he lost a couple of matches at Reno to Selden Wright and Abner Romero. So I guess that was up at 74 though. And you weren't sure how he was going to be down at 65. But yeah, he's been awesome. The only loss to Griffith, as you said. I'll keep it a regular decision though.
I think so. I'm super curious how Whitlake stacks up to a lot of the rest of the top 10. His schedule hasn't allowed him to hit a lot of the best guys. He does have that win over Bullard, who's now ranked top 8, but wasn't at the time, and so just so many of the best guys are in the Big Ten, and he just hasn't had the opportunity to wrestle many of them. So I'm really curious where Whitlake is in relation to Isaiah White, in relation to Wick, those kinds of guys. But I don't think he has. I don't think he has enough for Marinelli. But I don't know where he is. Like, I don't know if he's gonna be around to 12 this year, or could he hang with somebody like Isaiah White? I don't know.
Yeah, it's crazy. He hasn't seen a lot of those top guys because Oklahoma State wrestled a tough schedule.
Yeah, well, but it feels like after going through all this that Oklahoma State does not have a tough schedule because, I mean, we just talked about Boo not having faced a lot of top guys. We talked about Pitch not having faced a lot of top guys. So I think Oklahoma State actually doesn't have a good schedule.
I will counter with maybe the teams they wrestled just didn't have guys at that weight. You look at they wrestled Lehigh, Minnesota, Princeton.
But that's 3 weight classes now, Bracky. I mean, you picked 3 different weight classes, and I guess we kind of picked them at random and just kind of looked through their guys.
Well, I'm talking 49 and 65 here with Boo and Whitlake. Can you tell me?
Did they do any turn? Well, they did the scuffle.
They did scuffle, and scuffle was way down.
Scuffle was weak, yeah.
But can you tell me who Lehigh's 49-pounder is?
No.
Can you tell me who Lehigh's 65-pounder is?
Oh, I know this. Damn it, I know this one. No, I don't know it.
You don't know. It's Brian Meyer. You didn't know that.
Okay, I didn't know that. I thought I thought maybe the Wolf of Wall Street was making a comeback or something.
So the Minnesota duel, he beats Brayton Lee, and then at 65, who did they wrestle that duel? Who did Minnesota wrestle that duel?
Minnesota's got a terrible set 65. It's Bailey O'Reilly.
Bailey O'Reilly, right? So then Princeton,
But Minnesota's not all that good this year. Princeton's top 10. Lehigh, what's Lehigh ranked?
Minnesota's a top 10 tournament team. Lehigh,
Because
Lehigh's
who do they have? Gable and McKee, and who else is ranked at the top?
they have Gable,
Skatska.
both McKee, Skatska.
Skatska. Okay.
Owen Webster's a top 20 guy.
Brayton Lee.
Okay.
Um,
Brayton Lee.
and
Okay,
then
fine.
so they go to Scuffle. They wrestle
I'll-
Pitt, who's a
I'll
top
say-
15 team. They wrestle Northern Iowa, who's a top 25 team. They wrestle Iowa State, who's a top 25 team. South Dakota State, Missouri.
We need that guy who tweeted us last night. You saw him with all the stats. We need him to make us a team RPI. Who has the toughest schedules, including duels and tournaments? I bet Oklahoma State's not top 10.
Though, but
Probably not.
they'd be hurt with because Scuffle wasn't that great, but their dual schedule was pretty tough.
Okay. Hey, who was that guy? Do you remember you know what I'm talking about, Kyle?
Yeah. D1 stat or something. Hang on, I can
Yeah,
find him.
he had some awesome statistics, including the Chalice Award. Who
Yeah.
I think this is the first year where kind of like I always feel like the Chalice Award has went to someone who's challenging for a national title ish, and this year it feels like it's going to go to likely someone who's fairly lower in the rankings.
Yep. No,
You know,
absolutely.
Jay Schwarm or Matt Stencil, which Stencil's good. I think he's ranked 5th right now, something like that.
Your man Ben Darmstadt is up there too.
Yeah, Darmstadt dropped like a rock in the rankings because he lost to Ben Whitman. Can't help him on that.
My guy Tanner
Yeah,
Cook.
stop.
My guy Tanner Cook up there too with 10
Yeah.
pins.
What? So so Darmstadt's probably going to win it because he'll have 4 matches at the IWAs and 5 or 6. I bet he'll get the most pins. Schwarm is not going to get a pin tonight against Eric Barnett. And then I guess he might get some pins at the Big 12s though.
Yeah, he absolutely could.
Okay, that'll be
I
fun
wouldn't
watching
rule.
that.
I mean, I could see tonight's match going to pin for either guy. With Barnett.
Oh yeah, absolutely. They're both pinners for sure.
Yeah.
It could definitely go either way.
All right, that was enough. Is Oklahoma State's schedule tough talk? Moving on
The
to
answer's
one.
no.
The answer is I think it's pretty good. I think I literally look at it. Who's Pitt's 165 pounder? Jake Wenzel. Whitlag beat him. He's a top 10
Wenzel.
guy. 49. I
You
think
guys
they
actually have Wenzel at 14. Yeah.
okay 14.
He's a top 14 guy.
Just that's what I said.
All right. Let's talk about something more fun. Kemmer versus Joe Smith. Is Joe Smith gonna survive?
Is he gonna survive? Yeah, he's gonna be fine.
Are you sure? Are you sure about that?
No, I'm not sure.
Oh, it's gonna
Let's
be
see.
ugly.
Well, okay, so this is crazy. Both guys started their careers at 157 pounds. They wrestled their freshman year twice at 157, and now they're
Oh
both
my
up at
goodness.
174.
I totally forgot about that.
Yeah, they
Wow.
wrestled in the duel in Stillwater, and then third place NCAA match.
Wow.
It was actually an awesome match. Kimmer won in sudden victory. Smith tried to pass a leg, if I remember right, and he just kind of planted him on his back and got a 6-point move. But it was an awesome match.
Damn.
This time around, although Joe does look better than he did like when he came back against Steyr or at Scuffle, it's just he's not gonna have enough to beat Kim Dog.
Kemmer's got too much pressure. It's not gonna. I don't believe it's gonna be pretty.
Yeah,
Kemmer's gonna bring the pressure. He's gonna fade fast.
yeah, it worries me in Carver, and then he's also not good on bottom. Sometimes he'll just get stuck on bottom for a very long period of time, and that could be not good because Kimmer can ride you, especially if you're tired. So I'm gonna say decision. Would not surprise me if this one gets out of hand.
Yeah, agreed. Totally.
I think this could be a major. I think I might pick a major here. Just last year when Joe Smith wrestled Marinelli at NCAA's, Marinelli has a style where like if you can keep it to the hand fight and tie him up, then you can keep that match close. But I just think Kemmerer is going to fire off an attack like immediately, and I think that the sooner points go on the board, the more likely it is that this thing gets blown wide open. So I think it's a major decision for Kemmerer.
Yeah, I'm gonna go pin.
What?
No way he pins him.
Kemmerer's a pinner, dog.
Is he?
I don't know. Seems like it.
Now you're making me fact check this.
I'm gonna fact check it myself because I hate being wrong. Kemmerer feels like a pinner. Kemmerer, don't let me down, buddy.
He just pinned Skatska, so
that's true.
Hey,
that's an All-American.
2 pins.
He has 2 pins.
Oh, Kemmerer, come on, buddy. You got to do a little better than that. Wow.
Okay.
This is actually. Well, hold on. Wait, listen to this stat. I'm on WrestleStat.
Uh-huh.
This is his worst season for bonus points of all of his seasons he's wrestled. Isn't that crazy?
That is surprising because I feel like he looks awesome this year.
Yeah. I mean, his redshirt year, he actually had his highest. He had 74%, which obviously he probably wrestled a little weaker schedule. But then his freshman sophomore year, he was in the 60s in both those, and right now he's at 58%.
He also only has 12 matches, and has he only wrestled in duels this year? Yeah.
Yeah, no tournaments at all.
Man, I wonder how that.
The only tournament they went to was Midlands, and remember they didn't wrestle him.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe that doesn't matter going into Big Tens, but it is interesting. No tournament wrestling so far for Kemmerer.
Yep. 184, another spot where I think Oklahoma State could sneak one. Anthony Montalvo, a freshman from California, against true freshman Abe Assad. Montalvo redshirt.
Yep. I think Abe Assad is winning this one for sure. I don't think that Montalvo has enough for him. Montalvo's having, Oklahoma State's at this point where if they weren't Oklahoma State, we'd be saying, wow, some of these guys are really developing well. But because they're Oklahoma State and we expect so much out of them, it's like, oh my gosh, what's going on here? What's going on there? And that's kind of how I feel about Montalvo. Is they probably expected more of him. And he's having like kind of a sneaky good season, but he's not very high up there.
Yeah, he's having a heck of a run right now. Mm-hmm. Going back to Northern Colorado duel, beats Alan Clothier, then beats Nino Bonacorsi, loses to Taylor Luan only 4-0, then rattles off wins over Marcus Coleman, Zach Carlson, Dylan Wisman, Tate Samuelson, who's been ranked some this year. And then gets another win over Darren Roberts. So, yeah, he's on a tear right now. They call him Taco. That's what the Oklahoma State guys call him.
So racist.
I'm going with Taco.
Oh, Bracky. I had someone call me racist over the farmer comment the other day, and I don't even know. Farming is a race. I guess farming's a race. I don't know. I don't know what to say.
I guess in Iowa. No, that's ridiculous. I knew you were going to take some flack for that, but I did not expect them to go there with that.
Like, but how do you even get there?
I don't know.
It's so weird. Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
Man, I don't know. There's kind of two versions of Montalvo. When he beat Bonacorsi, he looked really, really good. But the win he had over Carlson, did you see that match? He got takedown right at the end of regulation, and kind of like, so he gets in on a shot. It didn't look like a takedown, and John Smith goes over and has a conversation with the officials. Doesn't challenge. Time runs out. Doesn't challenge, but the officials go ahead and take a look at it anyway, and it was a match at Oklahoma State, and so the Oklahoma commentators are like, well, I guess he's going to take a look at this and make sure he got it right, but we're not going to see the score change. And but sure enough, they gave him the takedown. So, I mean, it was a match where Carlson was right in there, and I don't know, Montalvo had one attack. I don't think it was a takedown, but they gave it to him. And then, similarly, his match with Samuelson at Wyoming, he got an edge of the mat stall call for the second stall point towards the end of regulation. That was the call that that fired up Coach Branch, and then he got had that interview about taking team points away. But so I don't know. I mean, he's had a couple matches where if one little thing goes differently, maybe he doesn't win those. But I don't know. For some reason, I think he can beat Assad. I think he can beat Assad. Assad's missed a little bit of time. So I don't know. I'm gonna go Montalvo. I don't really feel like I have a great reason for it, but I think he can get it done.
All right.
I picked Assad, right?
Yeah.
I believe so. Okay.
197 Battle of All Americans, Dakota Gear, Jacob Warner.
Hey, did you guys like how my rumor came true about Jacob Warner? I said he was he's hollering at all the women, and now he comes out the fat bottom girl. By ZZ Top. Rumor confirmed.
Rumor confirmed. That is one of the best walkout songs that there is.
What was your walkout song, Bracky?
I don't have one.
You didn't have one?
No.
Ever,
I wish
ever in your life. Come on, you had to pick one.
Oh, if I had to pick one, man, I don't know. Let me come back to it. Let me think on it while we're going on. I wish the schools had to submit what everyone's walkout songs were, so we could because first of all I want to see because I'm interested, and then I want to do a list of the best ones. Do you know that Jared Verclaren comes out to the Lion King?
Wait.
No, I didn't know that.
In the in the jungle, the mighty jungle, the lion sleeps tonight.
Why?
Oh my goodness!
I swear,
why?
the Penn State guys come out to some bizarre ones.
Hey, so but damn it, I just lost my train of thought. So this guy Neil, he's always correcting people. I had a thought, and then he said Queen sings "Fat Bottom Girls," not ZZ Top. I thought it was ZZ Top. I don't know my historical
Queen.
rock music.
It's Queen.
Damn it! I don't know my historical rock music.
ZZ Top's every girl's crazy about the sharp dressed man.
Do they do Pour Some Sugar on Me as well? Who does that?
No.
Who does that song?
No, that's yes.
Who is that?
Ray's worse than
Are
me.
you serious
That's,
right now?
Who is it?
Pour Some Sugar on Me.
That's Def
Damn it.
Leppard.
Yes, Def Leppard. That was
Def
it.
Lepp.
Don't they have the guy with
How
one
am I
arm?
the youngest?
One arm that plays the guitar?
Yeah, how am I the youngest one on the show? And I'm the one getting all this stuff right.
I don't know.
Hey, you know what you guys? Here's what I was gonna say. You know what you guys did for a while that I really liked. That I would encourage you guys to do again. I don't know who in the office did it. The top 10 celebrations of the year.
Yeah, and we have a question about that. There was kind of a group project. We would all collab on it, and then Joe K and Nick V and I would make the graphic. So yeah, we need to collab on that now that the season's winding down, and maybe put a list out before the postseason. But yeah, no, that we have a question about that. We can do it right now. Screw it, we'll do it right now. Someone asked, does Chad Red Jr. have the best celebrations in the country? And then Bailey Brown said, not when there's a man named Mark Hall still wrestling. His are quite good. And those two are definitely at the top of the list. Red's had some awesome ones dating all the way back to his high school state finals when he beat Nick Lee.
Yeah, I saw that one.
That was incredible. And then when he All-Americaned last year, he did a little crossover in the fadeaway jumper. That was really good.
Well, what about this year, though, Kyle? This
year,
I'm trying to think. I can't think of any really, really good ones.
Mark had a just the quiet down to Nebraska. Like he kind of did like the LeBron quiet down after he pinned Labriola. Chad Red was all fired up after he decked somebody from Cole Matten from Michigan in the first period. And he was just doing this flex thing. He would he kept readjusting his flex. It was pretty awesome.
I think we should have listeners submit all of the best ones, and then we get to watch them and pick.
Yeah,
Nebraska has had some really good whole team reactions after matches when Chad Red pinned Tariq Wilson at CKLV. And he ran over to the corner. That was pretty great.
Oh,
and
yeah, that was dope.
Who Labriola beat for third? Was it Skatska or Romero? One of those. But Labriola ran over to the corner. That was pretty wild. I think Kevon Davenport's the reason that some of those celebrations are so good. He gets everybody fired up.
Okay, I got mine. Trent Hidley smashing the chair. That's number one.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Also,
Yeah.
when he raises the roof, that's awesome.
I was dying. I thought about what you were saying yesterday, or what Kevin Dresser was saying. Like, I was playing with my kids. I started thinking about it. You can't raise the rough so early. What did he say? Maybe the second period's not the time to raise
maybe
the
not
rough?
raise the rough in the second period.
I was dying laughing about that last night.
So, I mean, you got to put G Grim up there for celebrating during a match.
Middle of the match.
Yes, that's bonus. If you celebrate in the match, that's extra points for sure.
Yeah.
What about Ayers destroying that wheelbarrow? That was pretty good.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Tossing
What
that
happened?
They always have that wheelbarrow on the side of the mat, and when Princeton beat Cornell, Ayers went over and like chucked the wheelbarrow.
He was like smacking the inside of it, and then he just like shoved it.
That was great.
It was like 2 days after Trent punched the chair, so everyone was just destroying stuff, and I loved
I would love, like, if someone actually had a predetermined destroying, like there was something set up and they just got the.
Ben just knocked our.
I think. Yeah.
We can't hear you. We lost Ben. He just knocked his table around.
He did the celebration, the destructive celebration. No, I can't hear what's going on.
Oh man, that's great. We'll continue to keep it moving here. That's hilarious.
Trying to get that audio fixed.
Yeah. So there you go. There you are. Let's maybe not raise the rough 45 minutes into the show.
Raise the rough a little too early.
Okay, let's get back on track. Maybe Warner will give us a celebration if he beats Dakota Gear. Gear, I think he's undersized for 97, and I think that is part of why he's struggling here. I know he doesn't cut any weight, and he just doesn't look as big as these guys.
Yeah, I agree. And I got Warner by decision.
I do too. Speaking of Warner and celebrations, the Eric Schultz win over Warner. He had a little something to say to.
He did the towel wave because Telford was when Telford was on the chair, waving the towel.
Oh God.
So,
that's the worst celebration. That's number last. Number last
celebration.
I like that. I like when Schultz did that to Telford.
Yeah, he looked right over the corner and was waving his towel.
Oh my.
Oh,
goodness.
I do like a couple people have taken the headgear and done the Caldwell with it, waving the.
What's the Caldwell?
Just kind of taking your headgear and waving it like a towel. Isaiah White did it when he pinned Ethan Smith. And then Aguilar, I believe, from Rutgers did it the other day when he beat DiAgostino.
Yeah, we need better celebrations. Let's go, guys.
I agree. But kids feel like they can't celebrate because stupid officials are going to take points away from them. Not the officials, the rules. The rules are going to take points away from them.
Yes.
Dude,
but like you're saying, if you're not partying on your opponent, who cares?
Yeah. You got to party on them sometimes. All right, we got big tone by pin. Let's go. Let's get done with this duel and then talk about Badgers versus Northern Iowa.
Yeah, I agree.
Shutout.
Big tone, tech pin. Not going to be a shutout. I'm telling you, something crazy is going to happen.
I called like 4 bonus point matches for Iowa. I'm the worst Iowa homer.
It's all right.
You flip flop on them.
Well, I got tech ball from DeSanto, major from Spencer. Pin from Kemmer, pin from so we're talking 30, 33, 36, 38, 39-0. Oh God.
Oh man, that's not happening.
That sounds so unrealistic, doesn't it?
Yes. Wow. But you flip flop on the Hawkeyes. You're calling their fans dumb farmers, and the next you're picking them to shut out Oklahoma State.
They are though. It's terrible. Oh God.
Some
of the things that were being yelled when I was announcing, some of the things that were being yelled, I could not believe. Oh my goodness.
Do you have examples?
Yeah, what were they saying?
Oh, well, there were a few racist things being said. We were in Iowa. I will not repeat those. But no, it was the thing I was complaining about when the guy was crawling out of bounds. I mean, oh my God, the crowd's, oh, he's crawling out of bounds. He just wants off the mat. I was like, oh, for God's sakes, there's nothing else he could do. Will you people shut up back there?
Were you telling him to shut up?
No, I wasn't. I was professional. I was professional.
That would have been really funny if you were on the call and just like, hang on a second. Shut up. All right, tonight in Madison, you're taking AWA kids, right?
Yeah, our middle school group. So, yep, hopefully we'll have a bunch going.
Awesome. Right at the top, somebody's getting decked. I'm calling.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go with Barnett doing the decking, but it's gonna be that first match is gonna be wild. It's gonna be all over the place. Those guys both like the cradle. They both Barnett's got some really good throws. Yeah, someone's getting decked for sure.
Barnett's got a better record
you're
than
picking Swarm by fall, aren't you?
Yeah, I am.
Picking Swarm. Damn it.
I'm doing it, Bray.
Me too. I can't get that last Schwarm pin out of my head, but I mean, they really could go either way. But I like how Schwarm's looked.
You literally you can't pick Schwarm by decision because
you can't.
Much more likely he's gonna pin you.
Yeah, way more likely. 100%.
All right. So 33, Jack Skolarczyk, Austin, Texas native, Westlake High School stand up against number 1 Seth Gross. I think we all probably go bonus for Gross here.
Yeah, major.
Yep, major.
Major good. 141, Michael Blockus, Tristan Rand, probably one of the marquee matchups of the night.
Yep.
Ben, we all know you're going to pick Tristan Rand probably by double pin or something.
I'm going to pick it by I think there's a decent chance of a pin because Blockus does like to shoot a lot, and that's where Tristan loves to counter. But Blockus has actually been wrestling significantly better, so I'm going to go Tristan by decision.
Yeah, I am too. Just a little too much for Blockus at this point. He's a freshman, but really good.
Yep, decision I think too.
All right, 49, another big one. It's going to help decide this one. Number 10, Max Thompson. Number 15, Cole Martin. I won't call him a turkey sandwich because I respect him, unlike Christian Piles. Does Cole Martin get a big upset?
Dude, I'm looking at. I'm sorry. I think yes. You got to hear. I know you already called this out, Brecky, but I had to confirm. Do you know what Jay Schwarm's pin to regular decision ratio is?
No.
Doesn't.
Well,
yeah. What's your guess? Like how many more times pins does he have versus decisions?
It's close to 5 times, isn't it?
Yeah, it's got it because he only has. It's gonna be 7 times.
It's 5-1. It's
14
to 3. He has 3 decisions. He has a decision over Dak Punky, a decision over Alex Thompson, a decision over Nathan Cummings. He has his only 3 decisions, and the man's got 14 pins. What?
It's insane.
And how many losses does he have?
Hold on. He has 8 losses.
Man. What a wild.
A couple of those are by fall too. So he's like pin or be pinned.
Wow, that is wild.
He lost by fall to Chris Cannon. That's the only one, actually. Never mind. I thought he had more.
Tag fall by Macklem. Okay. Wow. I got Cole Martin. I'm going all Badgers. Let's go.
I'm going Max Thompson. He builds off that win against Jared Degan.
I think so too. I don't know. There are 2 different versions of Cole Martin, huh? What's up with that?
No, I don't think there are. I think he's actually probably one of the most consistent guys on the roster. He just doesn't have a really, really good go-to offense. He has some big moves, like what he hit against Puritan. And so it makes a lot of the matches close, really close, right? So when they're really close, a lot of times they can go either way. He's solid on top and bottom, but not great. So yeah, I mean, he's got a lot of close matches, and like I said, I think the Verclair match, that takedown, the one takedown of the match could have went either way. But yeah, so I think it's gonna be a really competitive match, real down to the wire.
Yeah. I think Thompson in this one, but I don't know. There's just times when I feel like I don't know. Maybe I'm just thinking about that beginning of the season with Ogun Sanyan. I felt like that was definitely a match he was going to
Yeah,
win, and then it kind of got wild at the end. But
that's probably his worst loss.
yeah, that's probably his worst one. So yeah, I'm looking through. He's a little more consistent than maybe I thought. Graham Rooks, who he lost to, has been really coming on. And then
Graham
a lot
Rooks
of his
is having
other
a really good season.
yeah, he really is. And a lot of his other losses are to guys in the top 10. So, but I don't know. I think Thompson's rounding into form heading to the postseason. So I think Max Thompson.
Yep.
Okay. Go ahead, Ben.
57.
Yeah,
I'm going with Wisconsin again, baby.
I am too here. I liked the first time I remember really being like, dang, this model kid's a goer. Is last year they wrestled Illinois in a duel there in Madison, and he was down big to Eric Barone, and he nearly came back and beat him just because he was all over him for 7 minutes and was like taking him down, letting him up, trying to get back in the match. He ended up coming up just short, but ever since then I really liked him. And then after seeing what he did to Piper, and then he had that close match with Jake Tucker as well, I'm gonna take Model here.
Yeah.
Ray?
Are we sure we're gonna see more? Is he listed as the problem, or could we maybe see Geertz? I don't know.
Moore's been wrestling the past
I've-
few.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he was listed on the thing I was looking at.
Okay. Yeah, I think I take Model in that case too. I don't know. Geertz is a little bit interesting, and I mean he had that. Who was the good win that he had? He beat Wyatt Sheets in that duel with Oklahoma State. That was like the really unexpected. I think he had a losing record when he got that win. But if it's more, I think I like Model.
Nice.
Cool.
I think this is probably the easiest one, the duel, Evan Wick over Austin Yant.
For sure. Bonus probably
pretty
too.
easy. Bonus, yes. Well,
I'll say
I would
major.
Decent. I think decent chance of a pin in that match. 74. I think that Steyr. That's probably the, whether it's Dower or Krediger. And Krediger's been wrestling a little bit better, but Steyer's been great this year. I mean, who did you lose to this weekend? That was really kind of surprising.
Colbray.
Yeah, which I didn't see that one coming because he's been so solid all year long.
Yeah, agree. I'm gonna take Steyr here by major. No matter who they send out there. Dow Crowninger. Dow wrestled the last weekend against Michigan. Taylor Luan, Johnny Sebastian, top 21 showdown, 184.
Lujan's just been too good this year. I'm going Lujan. I mean, he's solid everywhere. Doesn't really have a weakness. It'll be competitive, but I think Lujan's gonna win.
Yeah, I mean Johnny's been good this year. He only loses to guys ranked ahead of him.
Yeah. Yep.
He's just hit a lot of really tough dudes here recently. But yeah, Lujan, just regular decision.
Yeah, Lujan beat him up pretty good at Midlands, 7-3. I think it's Lujan decision.
Yeah. We're at 97.
Yep.
I don't even know who Northern Iowa's guy is here. I know their main guy is hurt.
Yeah, Holschlag, thumb for the year. It looks like that they've been wrestling Isaiah Patton, who started the year at 174.
Wow.
So I'll favor the whoever Wisconsin sends. Watkins and Christensen kind of been trading duels.
That's been an interesting one because they obviously pulled Christensen out of redshirt, but then they've been starting Watkins more frequently, and neither one of them has had a huge amount of success at all. Right? I was kind of thinking Pete would have a little more success as a freshman, but that just hasn't been the case.
Yeah, it's kind of I think they were hoping one of those guys would, kind of take control of the weight and get a big win, and they just haven't. But I think either guy they send out probably beats Patton.
Okay, and then obviously Trent wins at heavyweight. Northern Iowa's got nobody there.
Nobody there like Carter Isley. He's ranked 13th.
I
agree. I think Hilger wins.
You hate it when I write people off, don't you?
Well, when they're pretty good people like Carter Isley.
Yeah, what if he's all fired up from just having had the rough raised on him in the second period, and he comes out Wrestles really
He
well.
just got the rough. He just got the rough phrase out of the second period. That's the next topic, Bracky.
What if he raises his own rough?
I'm telling Hilger to raise the rough in the first period.
Dude, if he does, I'll die.
Yeah, I mean Hilger's literally lost to the top 4. He lost to Cassiope, Stencil, Stevenson, and Paris. Besides that, he's been really, really good all year long.
Yep. Okay. There's a few other duels. Right. I just want to kind of just like get quick picks on. Arizona State has a tough. They're heading east this weekend. They go to Lehigh Friday night and North Carolina. I believe that one's on Sunday. But there are a few really good matches here. We can just pick really quick. Patel and Courtney.
Patel.
Yeah, I'll take Patel too. I'm sure a lot of people don't realize he's ranked 5th in the country. Kind of having a quiet year.
Great year.
Yeah. Then Anthony Valencia, Jordan Cutler. Yeah, Cutler too solid for the craziness that is Anthony Valencia. Braid, you got opinion on this too? Okay.
Cutler.
Tanner Hall, Jordan Wood.
Man, both these guys are kind of having down years a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't. Tanner Hall.
I'm gonna take Wood.
I'm going Hall. Hall's 2-0 against Wood, and I think he keeps it rolling.
Wow, haters.
Haters.
Virginia Tech and Pitt Friday night. Another really good one in the ACC. 165 is a little interesting. Number 9, David McFadden. Number 14, Jake Winsel. Can McFadden get back on track?
I'm going yes for McFadden. He'll be back on track. That loss was I didn't really see the loss to Bullard coming.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's definitely going to get back on track.
Agreed. I think so too.
Yep.
And then 184, number 2, Hunter Bolin. Number 7, Nino Bonacorsi.
Hunter Bolin. He's on fire. He's a stud.
Yeah, Christiansburg Cowboy for the win there. Army Navy. Maybe when you're talking college sports, obviously one of the most historic rivalries in any sport.
Yep.
And this one will definitely be pretty exciting atmosphere. It's not a ranked matchup because Prince only has 3 matches, and he did drop that weird one to Crotman in between 2 really good wins. But Marcus Hartman and Jared Prince.
I'm going Marcus Hartman. I think he's been having a really good year.
Mm-hmm.
I like what he does. Marcus Hartman.
Yeah, nearly won Midlands as an unseeded wrestler, or unranked wrestler, I should say.
Was the backup at that point in time?
Yep, great call. Lean Hartman too, but I would not be shocked if Jared Prince wins this.
Yeah, I kind of feel the same way. That super dangerous matchup here for Hartman. But I'm going to pick Hartman. He looks so good at Midlands, but super dangerous.
And then Cale McCormick, Tanner Schedule at 165, and Ben Harvey and Spencer Carey at 174. Carey's not ranked right now, but he has been in the rankings, kind of in and out all season. I'll take Schedule and then Harvey.
Agreed.
Yep.
That really should be a really fun duel on Friday night. Army's having a really nice season. They're 17th in our duel rankings, and they got 10 solid dudes. It's a really solid lineup. And then Sunday, finishing out Arizona State's road trip. Number 23, Ja'Cory Teamer. Number 11, AC Headley.
I need to look up Ja'Cory Teamer's season. I thought he was going to have – man, I was really excited for him to come out this year, and he just hasn't seemed to have had the year that I think we thought we were going to have out of him. So I think under that, we'll pick AC Headley.
Okay. Yeah, Headley's been great coming up 2 weights. Another guy we've seen do it. I'll take him as well.
Yeah. Ja'Cory's 13-5 this year. I mean, I was expecting a guy who could possibly, be a high All-American. And so I guess I'm kind of disappointed by what we're getting to this point.
Mm-hmm. I agree with you.
If he somehow has a weekend where he beats Humphreys and Headley, that'll make postseason really interesting. I just don't see it though. Yeah, he hasn't shown that.
Yep. Okay. Do you guys want to get to some cues from Fs?
Let's do a few cues from Fs, and then yeah, and then I'll report back after from the Northern Iowa duel. I think I called that one 9-1, right? No, 8-2. 8-2. 8-2.
At least
No
you
bias.
gave you and I a couple matches.
No bias whatsoever, guys.
Fred at Fred is epic. Wow, epic Fred. Who has the best wrestling nickname of all time? I got Nick Simmons at East Lansing Strangler.
Oh, that's a great one.
I think we're in the midst of the greatest nickname of all time, Gas Tank Gary.
Gas Tank Gary's definitely up there. Getting back to when you thought Jacob Warner came out to this band, Zach Savatsky, ZZ Top, that was really good.
Yeah.
Ooh, that was a good one. I think my favorite current is definitely Gas. That would be another great infographic for Flo to create. You could do best current nicknames and best all-time nicknames. I think that would be a pretty fun graphic to create.
It's a few people have the Bull. You know, Alex Marinelli's
That's a
the
good one.
Bull.
Yep.
Sammy.
I like Captain America for Kyle Snyder was a really good one too.
Yep, that was a great one. But I see people calling Sammy Alvarez the Bull as well.
Really?
Yeah.
Sammy Henson too. We got
Yeah,
lots of
I think they got the Sammy Alvarez one from Sammy Henson. You know,
Okay.
both
Yeah,
Sammys,
sure.
and they just threw the Bull on there.
Is Sammy the Bull some type of mob character?
I don't know.
It's a great question.
I'm gonna Google it real quick. Let's see who else has had great nicknames.
Yeah, Sammy the Bull is Sammy Gravano, an Italian-American former underboss of the Gambino crime family.
Boom.
Oh, he was the man who helped bring down John Gotti. Wow.
Dang.
He was a rat.
Oh, so you don't actually want to be named.
You don't want to be Sammy the Bull. You just want to be the Bull.
You do not. Who else had a great nickname? That's all I'm thinking of right now.
Someone put
Okay.
in the chat, if CP was here, he would mention Schrodo Baggins, that he tried to give.
No, I
Devin
don't
Schroeder.
like that one. Though.
I don't either. I hate it.
Wow.
Man. Oh, Steve Bowman. Steve Bowman, the dealership.
Oh, that was good. The dealership.
That was good.
Oh, that was a good one.
That was great. Okay. If you guys remember some, tweet us, Facebook us, and maybe we can do something with that.
That would be a really great infographic. Top nicknames of all time or something.
Yeah, I agree.
Mm-hmm.
Eric
Oh,
Stevens.
I got the Magic Man. That's a good one.
Yes, it is. Yep. He
I
got
like that
that
one.
one early too. Like when
Early,
he was in
yes.
high school. Yeah. Oh, Backpack Lezak. Yeah, Alex Dialoso.
Oh, that's a good one. That is a good one.
Yeah. Shout out to Alex for reminding us of that one. That one was great, and Minnesota had some fun with that one too.
Yeah.
I remember they did the elevator skit.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you know another good current one that people love? Thor. They call Hilger Thor, and
Yeah.
man, people bring their Thor hammers, and they love that. That's a really good one.
He did a great job of playing into it a few times when he won duels.
Yeah.
He like put his hand
Yep.
up and acted like the hammer, and then he brought it down.
Yep.
That was great.
Maybe we get to see that. Maybe you do that after the first takedown tonight.
First period.
He gets the takedown and he's on top, and he just holds the head down and he calls for his hammer.
Come on, let's do it. Oh, that'd be great.
Sebastian
Stuff in the head,
Rivera.
hammer.
Oh.
Seabass.
Seabass.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah, after Big Tens last year, we were following him, getting ready to do an interview with him, and some kid in the hallway asked him for an autograph, and he drew a fish. He drew a fish and signed it Seabass.
That's good.
Oh my goodness.
I'm pretty sure he has a fish tattooed on the inside of his arm now too.
Wow. Gorilla Hulk for Frank Molinaro. That's a good
Yep.
one.
Yeah, that was
Yep.
good.
Kid Dynamite for Kyle Dake. Todd Train says I like that one too.
You guys need to do a top 10 for sure.
Did Mike Evans have a nickname? Joey Cardizana wants to know.
I don't. Not that
I don't
can
remember one for him.
No, I don't believe so.
Okay. Yeah, let us know the ones we missed, because, yeah, I think we should do a list. Eric Stevens. Is there a guy at 125 that Spencer Lee can beat that would push him past Zahid in the Hodge rankings, or is it pretty much status quo as long as Zahid is Zahid?
I mean, if he jacks up Piccinini and Jack Mueller, and maybe Piccinini, whoever he's getting in the NCAA semis, I think that would help. But if Zahid does the same thing, Zahid's bracket's tougher than Spencer's, I think.
Yeah, it's definitely deeper.
So if Zahid blitzes everyone, I think it's him for sure.
I think right now for sure, yeah. He's in the driver's seat. Spencer needs to just keep bonusing people the way he is, and then he needs Zahid to stumble, not lose.
Yep.
Obviously, that would help, but just get a bunch of regular decisions.
Yep.
And I remember, last year with Nolf and Nickel, they were, pretty much as dead even as you could be. Nickel was maybe a little bit ahead going in NCAAs, and then Nolf has that super controversial match with Hayden Hidley, and at that moment you felt like, okay, as long as Nickel doesn't lose, this is Nickel's. Pops Redfoot. Will Vincenzo Joseph intentionally lose at Big Tens to avoid potentially jinxing himself at NCAAs?
Well, I don't understand why is this jinxing himself? I didn't even really fully grasp the question.
Well, he's never won Big Tens.
But he also lost at NCAAs last year.
Yeah, that's the thing. Is he also lost this year, or lost at NCAAs last year?
Yeah, so that doesn't. I don't feel like that really makes sense. Pops.
So you think it's okay if he goes ahead and wins Big Tens this year? Then
I think it'd probably be nice if he had one Big Ten championship to his resume.
I kind of hope he doesn't. Just that'd be hilarious if he was like a 3-time national champ but never won Big Tens.
That would be pretty funny.
Yeah,
it's possible. I mean, it could really happen.
Then it can just be like a little fun fact trivia that you get people with, because they're like, surely Vincenzo won his own conference.
Yeah. Wrong.
Ces Antista. Gilman lost 6 pounds in 1 hour in Russia. What's the most you've seen lost in a workout? Bono claimed on T-Row Funky. Reader lost 14 in shorts and a t-shirt. Claimed he needed 32-ounce Gatorades to replenish his system.
I think this guy messed up on the 32-ounce Gatorades, because that would be 8 pounds. Oh wait. No, that would be 64 pounds.
64 pounds? Come on.
Give me a break, bro. I think he messed up. I know Reader sweats insanely, but I feel like that's maybe not Reader level. Maybe he's on the end of the curve, but losing pounds in a practice is kind of no big deal for a lot of college guys if the room is hot and they get a good workout in.
We had a heavyweight who he would lose routinely 10, more than that times, and like when we would go eat at the cafeteria after practice, this dude would have a tray like lined with mostly water, like probably 2/3 water, and then maybe like a couple glasses of milk or whatever. But it was like the heaviest tray. I always felt like this guy was gonna spill his water everywhere, but he never did. But it was disgusting to watch this dude just like drink, I don't know, water after water. But I don't think it's that uncommon.
Yeah, I think the most I've probably seen is like 10. The most I would lose is like 5. I wasn't a huge sweater, I guess.
I had a few. I wasn't a huge sweater either. But I had a few where it was like hot room, really long practice, and maybe I'd go up to 8 or 9 or something like that. But I don't think I ever had any over 10. I don't believe. But I know absolutely we had guys, Mark Ellis or Raymond Jordan. We had guys on our team for sure that did those type of practices.
Crazy. I was always jealous of those
Jaden
guys.
Cox. Yeah,
Jaden. He's the obvious one.
Yeah.
Cooper Willis. What's the deal with wrestlers from certain states specializing in certain moves positions?
I think this is obvious. It's just it's mimicry, right? A lot of, and it's changing now in the last maybe 5 years with what Flow's doing. But for a long, many years, if you ask youth wrestlers around the state, they would know the best high school guys in their state more than the best college guys. There's just no doubt about that. I mean, that's who they watch. So when they watch, when they're all watching the better high school guys, they all end up doing the same moves because they saw that guy do it and they do it, and now the next guy does it.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree.
What's West Virginia's specialty?
I don't know.
The Chancellor?
Yeah,
the Chancellor. No.
Well, you know what was big in Wisconsin for a long time? It is not any longer because it's a garbage move. The chest crusher. Which Chest Live actually hit on Kyle Snyder. It wasn't exactly the Chest Crusher, but kind of. So you guys know what the Chest Crusher is, right?
No, I didn't know until you said the Saturday Night Live thing what you meant by that.
Well, so that's not quite it. So here's the Chest Crusher, Kyle. You take a crappy shot. They sprawl. You overhook their arm here, right there. You grab the other one and you lock their other one in. So you have the one arm hooked and you have the other one locked. And then you do a sit out and you pin them. It's such a dog crap move, but people in Wisconsin love it. Oh man. This is like 15 years ago.
When I was growing up, it was the head and arm headlock that they would call a cowboy, and you would. I think it was just because you had these parents that were just rednecks, and they were just get them out there and throw them down. Just get the pan.
Oh my goodness.
A few people real quick bringing up nicknames. I do like Big Snacks for Seth Neville's.
Oh, that's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
Zane Train for Zane Rutherford was great.
Yeah.
Someone said Nicky Push-Ups for Nick Sirianno. What I love about Nick Sirianno, though, is we would just say Nicky and then whatever he was doing. Yeah. Like when he was wrestling freestyle, it was Nicky Freestyle.
Yeah, that was great.
Nicky Push-Ups, Nicky Pull-Ups.
He needs his own top 10 graphic.
Yeah.
Top
He
10
does.
Nicky nicknames, and then it's separate for the rest of the country.
Right now, he's Nicky International. He's like over training in Russia and stuff.
You guys know what you need to do? I got a better idea than an infographic. Ready, Kyle? You do one of those things where you have a bracket. You could make it 34 or 32, 64, and people get to vote on the winner that they like, and you go all the way to the finals. What do you think?
Yeah, I'm all in.
You guys can make it happen?
Yeah, we can do that.
Where'd you do the voting on? It's like Twitter or Facebook or where?
I think we could make an article with a poll in it.
Oh, on the site.
Yeah, Poll Daddy.
Oh yeah, that would be awesome. Who do you think? Oh my goodness. I think Gas Tank Gary's gonna win because I think that the currentness of it is gonna help for sure.
Yeah, for sure. He's got such momentum right now.
I'm looking forward to this. We can update on every day of FRL. We can update like the last round of things.
I feel like Seth Gross needs a nickname. I was like thinking like the number one ranked wrestlers.
I think he has one. He doesn't have one either, does he?
No. His Twitter handle is Z Money. That's pretty good.
I never heard anyone call him that.
Yeah, no, I haven't either. That's just his Twitter handle.
Well, but does Gable have one?
No. It's pretty good when you're going by one name though. Like I know.
Yeah, that's good.
I remember when Yanni was in high school, we would always call him Yanni in like all these social posts because it's so much shorter than just Yanni Doc Mahalis. And I remember he DM'd us, and he was just like Yanni, and we're like, I was like, oh no, did we do something wrong? Like, did we misspell something or something? He's like, no, I like it. I like that I'm just one name.
Oh, that's funny.
And so like Gable and Yanni, like you don't even have to say their last name to know who you're talking about.
Yeah. That's
this is a good one for you, Ben. Ryan Simpson 20. Of all the guys who have declared that they are going to go MMA route after college, who do you think will be the most successful? Also, who is one guy you think should go MMA route who maybe hasn't announced it yet or is only like a freshman?
So I guess who's announced that they're going to go the MMA route? I wish I had a list here. And because it says after college, which means they're in college.
So I guess Anthony Cassar, although he's not wrestling. Yeah, Sebastian, I think, is pretty clearly going there.
Man, all these guys are going to be so good that it's going to be like I could see any of those guys winning a title. Guys that are that high level at wrestling, they just transition so easy. And a lot of the things that made them good at MMA or good at wrestling will make them good at MMA also. So I would lean, if Cassar's really going to do it, the injury thing scares me, but the heavyweight division is not very deep. So that would be, really helpful. So if Gable or him decide to fight, or Cassiope's another one that if those guys decide to fight, I could see them having a lot of high level success. I don't know that I know Cassar said he will, but obviously he's not doing it yet. So there's a lot of people who say they do, say they are going to, and then they don't. Yeah,
I think to your point about that, I think we thought we would see Sirianno transition to that, but I'm not sure he's thinking that anymore.
He said no.
Yeah. So it's interesting.
You mentioned Cassiope. He did what, like boxing when he was like
he boxed for a long time as a kid. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Sebastian grew up in a gym his whole life, and talking about Frankie Edgar being in there with him. So yeah, he's been around that for a long time as well. We can end with this one. I thought it was pretty interesting. Andrew Esqueda, hopefully I'm not mispronounced that. Who has the highest upside and downside at nationals? As in, who could win it all or not even AA? And he gave Taylor Vance as like an example.
I mean, Taylor Vance, he's been all over the place this year, I feel like. I mean, we saw that first match when he wrestled Zahid. It was like, oh, damn. This dude's legit. He might challenge for a national title this year. And then after that, now he's been losing to everybody.
Yep. We talked about this guy earlier, this show. I think Dom Demas. Like, if he were to just catch fire, and it only takes one move for him to throw it to your back, and it's over. But I could also see him just get right now he's ranked 7th. That's barely on the podium. And you look at the guys that are right behind him, and Ian Parker, who's taken him to overtime before, and Real Woods, who's unreal defensively. I could absolutely see him not getting on the podium.
Yeah, when you think about what he did to Nick Lee last year at NCAAs, and now kind of what kind of season he's had, that's crazy. I mean, yeah, obviously he could go all the way to the finals, but I could very easily see him not All-American also.
I could see Joe Smith coming on strong or not. He's
that's a good one.
Someone
or not. It's gonna be one of those.
Someone in the top 7 at 149. Sasso, O'Connor, Kolodzic, Mahler, Llewellyn, Lee. Like, all those guys, I could absolutely see in the NCAA finals. But I could also see him getting not a great draw and hitting someone early in the quarters and losing, and then hitting like a Dagan or a Kanan Store in the blood round, and falling there.
What about Darmstadt?
Another good one. Oh, Darmstadt. I wouldn't have said that last week. Yeah. Shut up, guys.
You're taking your ball and you're going home.
Yeah. What about Kennedy Monday? Because, I mean, he had the test ball. It just looked so awesome, that McFadden match. And then you see some other matches, and you're like, he could go 1-2 at NCAAs, and you wouldn't be all that shocked.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a great one.
Anybody else? 84 is another weight where it's really deep. I don't think any of those guys could beat Zahid, but like Vens, you saw him, get out. Like you said, he could see him go really high. Cam Caffey again is like, he's beating a lot of these guys. You can see him moving up really high, but you can also see him maybe not placing because he's lost a few guys below him.
All right, we got anything else, boys?
No, I'm excited for a lot of wrestling this weekend.
Yeah, it's the final weekend of the regular season. LJ, you can go ahead and hit that music. Tonight, you and I, Wisconsin, sorry about that. We're going to have live updates. Ben will be there. Hopefully he can give us some inside info, maybe what's going down there.
On the ground.
Yeah, reporting from on the ground inside the Wisconsin Fieldhouse. I'm trying to find our live events this week. National Prep starts tomorrow. Sim, Blair, Malvern Prep. McDonough, a lot of really good prep schools and a lot of really good high school wrestlers. Then George Mason, Maryland, Michigan, Edinburgh, Fresno State, Illinois, North Dakota State, South Dakota State, Wyoming, West Virginia, Ryder, Maryland, Clarion, Edinburgh, Utah Valley, West Virginia, American, Penn State, North Dakota State, Iowa State. So going to be an awesome weekend, 10 D1 duels, close out the regular season. And we'll be all right back here with you Tuesday to recap it all. Until then, peace.